What timing? What timing? Professional show business is back. Mike is unmuted. Wow, does it get any better than this? And does it get any cooler? The question of the day. Wow, what a start. 54 people here already right at the starting gate. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. And I don't know what I did today. By the way, I did put the link to the panel tonight. Come on in and join the party. Let me put it in again. There you go. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. I don't know what I did, but for the first time in a long time, my video that I put out today, dressed like this, sitting out on my patio, talking unrehearsed, unscripted, spontaneously, which, to be quite honest, when I watch it back, it amazes me. And I say, how do I ever do that and remain coherent? I have no idea. I just start talking and out it comes. And if you're not too critical, it almost looks like it was scripted. I can't believe it. For some reason, I have the ability to do that. And I capitalize on that ability to make those kind of videos. And for some reason, it's been a long time. Now, since one took off like that one did today, and I want to thank you. I got a ton of comments on it. Not what I expected. Not what I expected, but a ton of comments nonetheless. I was pleasantly surprised, shocked almost. Coffee Cup Tonight says, I'm a white, straight Republican male. How else can I piss you off today? I love this cup. And a lot of comments. 100% of the comments, all of them that I've read so far, and I've read a lot of them, most of them, supported my decision to give the medical community the double-barreled middle finger, basically. And so many of you wrote long replies telling your stories and why you've made the same decision. And so far, and this is where I was surprised, not one. The video right now has over 4,000 views, which is still insignificant when you see videos with 150,000, 500,000 views, 10,000 even, 20,000. I used to get that regularly. In the past 6 months or so, I haven't gotten the support from YouTube. But this video today, I'll show you the demographics of it. This is a screenshot as of 10 minutes ago. Views are 3.4 times higher. That means in the same period of time, about 5 hours in since release, 4.1 thousand views. And if you look on this chart, you see that gray line right along there? That's the normal range that my videos end up in. So this thing, relatively speaking, took off. Now, as you compile more and more videos, the averages of this line change. Used to be that this was just an average video for me. Now it's stellar. And when that happens, I was so surprised. I had to say, what did I do differently this time? Because it wasn't that I attracted the attention of viewers. It was that more viewers jumped on it right away. And then YouTube noticed how far above my average it was. and started to push it out to people maybe who don't even know me. Because according to this graphic so far, I have gained 20 subscribers on just this video, when I've been losing on an average of 10 subscribers a day for the past month or two. Through normal attrition, people don't like me. They don't like what I'm doing. They only watch me for cooking videos, whatever. So this is one of the things that says to me, don't give up quite yet, Mitch. And I say, maybe I shouldn't. So I'm going to try to learn from this. Some would say that the title of this video was a little clickbaity. If it was a little clickbaity, that shows you that it is a tactic that actually works. I don't think it's all that clickbaity, because here's the title of this video. No, I don't know. The title of this video said, I quit. I canceled my physical for today. I quit. And I think the thumbnail, I don't even remember what the thumbnail said. Let me take a look and see. The thumbnail on this video said, and I thought it was a pretty good thumbnail. It said, count me out. Now, and I used a picture of me that was from the video. I used Photoshop to remove the background. So, and I have a picture here of a like emergency room hospital bed and a big forbidden sign around it. And I said, count me out. Now, I'd love to get some feedback from you guys. If you'd like to tell me, if I miss it in the chat, I'll watch the chat during a replay. And tell me, what do you think I did right this time that I haven't been doing for months, getting such minimal views on my videos, when I actually didn't work near as hard on this one as I did on many, many of the previous videos. So you guys can help me. You can also help me by coming into the panel. So we have somebody to talk to tonight. So far, nobody's here. Let me put the link in there again. Well, that was an interesting day for me. Interesting day. Cliff Medina, how you doing? First in at 4 in the afternoon. I think they may have dropped all the earlier ones, if there were any. Sandy Bly says, yay. Hi, Richard Williams. Williams is here. How you doing, Richard? Mike Silly from Melbourne, always here. Good evening from a cool evening in Melbourne. Yes, sir. It's going to be a cold one. Tonight's going to be the coldest of this little front. And then over the weekend, we got another front coming through, and it's going to get cold. It's going to be 35 here tomorrow morning when I wake up before morning coffee. So don't be surprised if you see the same outfit, because this is my warmest sweatshirt. And tomorrow morning, I will stretch over the headphones. Not quite. You may see me with the hood on and the headphones over the top of the hood. I may look like Kenny from South Park with it scrunched down around my face like this. I'm talk like Kenny does, where you can't understand it. But good evening, Mike. Yes, it is cold. Jerry Bell is here. How you doing, Jerry? And Peter just popped into the chat, and I get to you in a second, Peter. Rick from the Quack Zone in Miami. Won't be quite as cold down there, but I bet it's going to feel cool to you guys. Chris Swain from Australia. How you doing, Chris? Good to see you. Bacon Runners here. Donna Ray, how are you? How are you? Lizzie. Hiya, Lizzie. How are you? You getting the hang of it? Tammy Patarch. Good evening, Mitch and Yow, Mitch Fitz. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you, Tammy. Don Chagra's here with us tonight. Brenda McIntyre. Hiya, Brenda. Evening, everyone, she says. And Sandy Blythe made a pot of coffee to join me. Well, there's an excuse. Decaf. Doesn't seem to keep me awake. I've been making a habit of it in these evening live streams, and the decaf doesn't seem to make any difference at all. Angel Duster. Cheers from Oregon. How are you? Like that name. Juliet. Hi, everyone. Happy to make it live, but Mitch knows I watch the replays in full all the time. Juliet, thank you for being a fan, and welcome. I'm glad to see you here. Feel free to come into the panel if you'd like. I haven't seen you in a while. Who is this? Sandy says it's 23 degrees. It'll be 23 degrees up in North Florida tonight. Northwood Strange is here. How you doing, Northwood Strange? Fur Grandma says hello all. We haven't made it to 7 o'clock yet. These are still pre-chats, and I have lost my friggin' mouse again. Oh, hang on. Let me get my backup mouse out. Turn it on. I don't know why only in StreamYard does the mouse lose its mind. And usually I can do a trick here. I can say mouse settings, and I can reset the button to the right button. And then the other mouse starts working again. Who knows? It's one of those things that happens in computers that you could try all week to troubleshoot it. You never figure it out. So I just deal with it when it happens. Still got Peter sitting in the green room lonely by himself. SMH Cast, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. And there's Juliet again. And we got to 7 o'clock. That's 6:59. Who haven't I said hi to here? Who is this? Marla Kelly. Hi, Marla. How are you? It's so hard to read those dark green names on this screen over here. And Jerry is here. Hi, Jerry. How you doing? Good to see you. Edward Renner is here. And he was the first one in at 7 o'clock. I will give you the celebration, even though it's not morning coffee. You're the winner. And we'll say hi to the rest of you. We'll say hi to the rest of you. Lewis is here. Hiya, Lewis. How you doing, buddy? Don't be bashful. Come into the chat with me and Peter. I'll get to Peter in 1 second. And who is this? Francine Bourgeois from Montreal. Good evening to Mitch on second-hand Vegas and everybody else. Welcome from an ever-changing climate in Montreal. I can only imagine. Rick says no tech issues. Wow. Yeah, is that me or you? Patty at USA. Hiya, Patty. Good evening and welcome. And I get past the 7 o'clock chime-ins here, and we'll get to Peter. Jerry Graham. Good evening, Mitch and everyone. And Jerry Fortush up there in Ponte Vedra Beach. And let me show you something here. Let me find it real quick. Hang on, my friends. It'll take me a second. I have to go into my email. I have to go to this email box. Come on. There it is. And you find this. And open it. And there is Jerry with his Herb Alpert shirt on. And I can almost guarantee you, at 90 years old, Herb Alpert doesn't look like that anymore. But that's a cool picture, Jerry. Thank you for sending it to me. If I saw you in the chat, I was going to show it. And am I past 7 yet? The last one at 7 o'clock was Miss 449 686. How you doing? Good to see you. And Jerry Bell started 701. Okay. And Amy just popped in the chat. Wow. Wow. All the superstars are here tonight. So let me go to this. Get rid of the chat on screen. Clean up all of that stuff. I think I'm good. Peter.
Hey.
How are you?
Doing pretty good.
What did your shirt say?
Boca Raton.
That's where you are. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Good to see you. Good to see you. How you doing?
Doing good. Are you seeing a black line? Like, is there a black line right above this?
No.
Oh,
I'm seeing the top of your head, just at the top of the window.
Okay. Hold on. Let me make it bigger. Let me move back a little.
There you go.
That's better.
Perfect.
I wanted to congratulate you.
How so?
For not going to your doctor's appointment.
Well, I thought I'd get exactly the opposite response.
No, I read all the comments. Everyone was like, congratulating you and saying,
unbelievable.
I don't go either.
Yeah, unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Well,
I thought it would be half and half at least.
Remember when I asked you a question? I said, I don't know if you remember. I said,
yeah, you did. You asked me why do I feel the need to have a physical?
Well, I thought maybe you had to go, for the VA, otherwise you'd lose your coverage. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I always was afraid of that. That if you just disappear,
right,
and they don't see you for a while,
right,
their computers, like YouTube, their computers will just start to ignore you, and when you do need them, they may make it harder. So I figured, well, it wouldn't hurt to show my face every year, but
right.
I
don't think that they have to treat you. If you're a veteran and you want service, they have to treat you.
Once they accept you to the program, they will never throw you out.
Right.
So
my dad, let's put it this way. My dad was a veteran on the VA and he never went to the doctor ever. But when he needed them, when he got cancer and stuff, he just went in, but he hadn't been there in 20 years. I mean, or whatever.
I'll still use them if I have a problem.
Right.
And there's Amy. She just came back. Let me bring Amy in here while we got her. She disappeared. Hi, Amy.
Hi, I was chatting my nephew. I'm sorry.
Oh, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. I thought you were having technical problems.
No.
And I couldn't imagine you, of all people, IT expert, having
I don't know about
problems.
all that, but.
How you been? I haven't seen you in a while.
Good. Very busy studying for all these coaching classes and whatnot. And I came on here because Peter probably wants to know what my thyroid diagnosis was.
Yeah.
So I apologize. I don't want to take over your show or nothing.
No, go right ahead. You give me a break.
I love it.
So I went to the doctor and he had prescribed me the Synthroid, right? My TSH was 5.1. And I don't know where on the scale because I've never had a thyroid issue. So I haven't really researched, thyroid ranges, but it is high. Yeah. And so he prescribed me the Synthroid, which explains the weight gain on carnivore and why I'm not losing weight and why I'm starving all the time, even after eating, 5 hamburgers and 5 eggs and everything. I'm like,
that makes sense. That makes sense.
Remember, I told you to get your thyroid check, remember?
Yep, but I did not have Hashimoto's. I did not test positive for the 2 antibodies that they check for. Okay. And believe it or not, my reverse T3 and T4 were in range. So I went
just take the stuff.
Well, so come to find out, I'm like, why is this doctor running all these tests, right?
Yeah.
Like they chest x-rayed me. I was there for 3 hours on the first appointment. I'm like, I've never been to a doctor where they tested me for HIV and hepatitis today. I'm like, what the hell? Why are they running all these tests? I've been married for 20 years and unless my husband cheats on me, I'm not going to have HIV, or unless some weird thing happens. But I looked him up. He's a DO. He's a doctor of osteopathic medicine. He's not an MD.
Right.
So I think, and I don't know if anybody else has experience with a DO, but I think that's why they run all these tests. But you know what? I forgot to ask him to run the reverse T3 and T4, and he just ran it. So he gets an A+ in my book for that. Now, he
It's-
also said I needed to be on a GLP-1 for the 20 pounds I've gained. So
Oh, of course, because you
that's
Yeah,
a
can't
right.
possibly lose weight without
Amy,
drugs.
Amy, when you go on the thyroid medicine, guess what? You're going to lose the 20 pounds.
That's what I said.
I mean,
And
you're going to lose the weight.
That's what I said. I met with this PA. Oh, there's another funny part. I met with his physician's assistant, a young girl. She's got to be like 30. Fantastic. I loved her. And we talked about that. And I said, look, I've already lost over 100 pounds. I said, put me on this medication, speed up my metabolism.
Right.
And then, I
It'll come
guarantee
right
you,
off.
it'll come off. I'm dealing. And then I took they gave me this test. It was a depression test. And I
What?
didn't know at the time I was taking it what it was, and I failed
Was it a
it.
questionnaire? Was it a
Yes.
questionnaire?
And I failed it because of the
Oh, no.
thyroid. Because so
What
they
was
put
it?
in my chart I suffer from depression. But here's the deal. I'm not sad. I don't want to kill anybody. Oh, sorry. I don't want to hurt anybody or harm myself. I shouldn't say that on Mitch's channel because I don't want to get him.
Yeah, but it probably said,
It
do you
won't get me in
sometimes
trouble.
feel down? Do you
But how I
sometimes
feel-
feel down?
No,
And you
I
said,
don't even ever feel down.
Yes.
What I failed on was that I feel exhausted at times, that I can't complete tasks, and brain fog, and I'm hungry, like I'm eating all the time. Those are the ones that I failed on. And she pulled me back in the office. She's like, look, I know that you're not depressed. I said, you're failing this part because of the thyroid. I'm like, well, yeah, I'm hungry all the time, and I'm tired, and I feel sluggish, like I can't do stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm not sad, you know? I'm not sad. I'm just tired and hangry, which
So
is
they didn't push antidepressants on you?
No, she did not. She's like, look, but they did put something in my chart that I failed that test, and I'm like, I wish I would have lied. But then the other thing was, so I got my cholesterol results.
Oh, I hope it's a 400 LDL.
It was like 388 or something like that.
Yes.
But
Oh my God, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous.
She didn't say anything.
Right up there with me. You're right up there with me.
She didn't say anything, right? She didn't say anything. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm going to poke the bear a little bit.
Oh,
Because my last LDL was like, my total was like
what was
it
your
was 188.
HDL?
My total was 188.
What was your HDL this time?
My HDL went from 52 to like 98.
There you go. There
And
you
what's
go.
your
You have
triglycerides?
My
almost
my
doesn't even matter.
triglycerides went up to 70 something, but they're in
Well,
range.
that's low. Are you
That's
kidding
low.
me?
I'm
That's
sorry,
low.
100. They went up to like 90 or 100. I don't know. They
That's
went up
low.
a lot, but it was
Anything close to the HDL number is better than good. You need to be less than 2 to 1.
So I asked her about that. I asked her because I wanted to see her reaction, right? It was more of a reaction than me wanting anything for it, because I'm fine with it. I don't care. I know how I feel. And I
It's
feel
better for
better
you.
eating. I feel better with the thyroid issue eating more fat untreated than I did in the spring when I was eating low fat and I thought it was going to collapse. So
I think it sounds like you're doing real well, and it may be that the thyroid issue is what's keeping you from losing weight. And you, I'm sure, know better than to take GLP-1 to try to lose 20 pounds.
No, I was a little disgusted.
It's a lifetime commitment if you really sign on to the program. And if you decided after a year of not being tired of stomach problems, nauseous all the time, and decided to go off of it, you'd blow up like a balloon.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. I've worked too hard to get to where I am, and
absurd.
Absurd. I'm sorry he thinks I think I'm going to stay with this doctor. Now, here's another funny thing. I was talking to my husband about all these tests he was running, and he's like, who's this doctor again? I'm like, Dr. Del Pilar. And he goes, no. He's like, I went to him 30 years ago, and he ran all these tests on me, and I thought it was a scam. And so my husband, I have an appointment for him next month, and he doesn't want to go. But then I did research on the doctor. And one of the complaints is he does too much testing, right? And it's expensive.
Well, that's cover your ass. That's cover your ass stuff these
Well,
days.
he's an osteopathic doctor too.
But
They're
there's still
different.
there's not that much difference. An osteopath is kind of falls between a chiropractor and an MD.
Right.
He's more an osteopath is more likely to recommend a nutritional fix than a
Yes.
prescription. So
Yes.
I think an osteopath is a better choice
I do
that-
too.
for anybody that we're looking for who may actually not constantly look down their nose at us as fools because we're eating such a deadly diet against their advice.
Well, and I'm going to go with him to his appointment because I was there for 3 hours the first appointment. And I know my husband, who, no offense to these fine gentlemen up here, but he's like most men. If he's there more than 15 minutes during his appointment, he's going to find the exit door out the back and like escape. So I'm going with him so that he doesn't, and just to kind of diffuse anything since he's already seen this doctor, you know. But the other thing that was interesting was every time I go there, they keep wanting to do the female exam on me, right? I'll just throw it out there, pap smear. And I'm like, okay, I don't have a uterus or cervix. So what is the requirement? Why would I have a test done on my cervix that I don't have anymore? And she goes, good point. So, you know, if they keep bringing that up, that's kind of a red flag because there's nothing to test. I
think
I have cobwebs down there. I'm just saying that.
Most of us, when you hear I spend 3 hours, say, how in the hell did you get a doctor to spend that much time with you? That is so unusual. My last dermatologist appointment, 2 minutes. The guy came flying in, boom, 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 flew out again. See you next year. He said,
Yeah.
I already got to say hello to him. He's so busy.
Well, I'm concerned my bill's going to be $2,000 now. I'm concerned I'm getting charged for all this stuff. And
You got insurance will pay for it or not?
well, yes and no. I'm on a high deductible healthcare plan, so I pay for everything up to $3,000.
Oh,
So I may get a bill for
$3,000 is the cap. It's not too bad, at least. I know some people that have 10, 15 grand before
yeah.
the insurance starts to pay.
Mhm. And I have an HSA, so if I do get billed for all this, then I have money to pay for it. So I mean, it's not. I mean, I will get billed for all this. How much it is, I don't know, but I'm chalking this up to what I really like is they're ketogenic and carnivore friendly.
Well, that's probably why you didn't get a big reaction to your cholesterol, because anybody who knows and has really looked at all the recent data, especially the data about an individual with that LMHR profile of high HDL, low triglycerides, and screaming high LDL, the data that we have is that no evidence at all of any increased plaque in the people that were in Dave Feldman's study after a year. And the meta-analysis of, I think, 19 or 20 different tests, all thrown together and analyzed, came out with an inverse relationship. And the older people that had the highest LDL were the ones with the lowest all-cause mortality and the lowest rates of heart disease. And the ones with the lowest LDLs were the ones that died young and were the sickest.
Yep.
So they don't know about this. They don't know about this. So
Well,
what are you going to do?
now that you know you're hypothyroid, you really, I mean, you've got everything else under control, like Mitch.
Yeah.
So there's no need to spend any more money or go back to him at all. I mean, other than your periodically get your thyroid test. You got to understand, the only reason I go to my physician at all anymore, I don't go for blood pressure, diabetes, none of that stuff, cholesterol. I don't care. I only go to have my thyroid tested to make sure that my dose is proper. If I didn't have that, I'd be like Mitch. I wouldn't go at all.
How
What for?
often do you go to your doctor, Peter?
What?
How often do you go?
I only go probably once every 6 months.
Okay, this doctor I think requires 3 months.
What do you mean requires? Otherwise, he
won't
can
prescribe
you?
your medication. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, they
Um,
want to see me every 3 months, but I go every 6 months, and they still prescribe.
Okay, well, I'll see what I can do. I mean, obviously, right now I'm a new diagnosis, so they're probably going to want to monitor me more often until we get things under control and see
You
how
can
I'm
ask
doing.
them, can we do it once every 6 months? Go to 6 months and watch them. You see, I think that's more than enough.
Well, and then he's trying to get me off this allergy medication I've been on since 9 years old, right?
Uh-huh.
And he's recommending allergy shots. But the problem with that is I got to go every week for these
But wait,
shots.
but what? But with carnivore, you may not need any
Oh, I
medicine.
do. I
Really?
live with 4 cats and I'm highly allergic to them and dust mites.
Oh,
And I'm not saying my house is dusty, but when I miss a pill, I am miserable. I do need it. That is one thing I need. But he thinks these allergy shots supposedly build up they inject you with the things that you're allergic to.
yeah.
And they told me I'm going to be miserable for a while, but then eventually it should cure that. But
Oh,
yeah,
really?
no, I can't miss an allergy pill or I wake up and my eyes are swollen shut. Again, that's
Wow.
by choice. I don't have to have 4 cats, but I kind of like the furry things, you know.
Uh,
But
that's true. That's true.
so
You're addicted to cats. Know
so
how bad they are for you.
yeah.
Who is
So
this? Kathy Pondapple. How you doing, Kathy? Good to see you. I'm trying to flash the names of the people I haven't said hello to on the screen, so just ignore it. Keep talking.
I just have a question for Peter. So I'm the type of person when I start a new medication, if it says you may, experience rash, fever,
It
blood
gets in your
clots,
head.
death.
It gets in
No,
your
I
head.
get those symptoms,
Oh,
and
that's.
I have to stop. So
Uh,
I asked the PA what are the side effects of this medication. She goes, just read it, just Google it.
oh
Well, I
no.
already done that, and one of them was hair loss. And I'm like,
Uh,
son
So
of a,
no, wait a minute.
what
You
I
know
just
what?
recovered from was hair
I
loss
have,
from taking a medication.
and you know what? That's all bullshit. I've never had any hair loss. In fact, I got more hair. Look at my hair. I got
me
so much
too.
hair.
Me
You got
too. Look at
tons of
my
hair.
hair.
Don't worry about it.
I've
Look at your
I've
hair. You
never
got tons
lost
of
hair
hair.
because of a drug. Never. People
Well,
say, "How would you know?"
she says you're going to get really hyper and not hungry, and I'm like, hell yes. I was like, yeah. So she says you're going to get more energy and reverse all of
Yeah.
the things. She says you might get heart palpitations, but
No, not really.
she's like, that's only if we overdose you.
Yeah. No. If they did the right dose, you'll be fine.
So I did ask for the desiccated bioidentical one, which is
That's
going to
good.
be, it's
Yeah.
with the Good RX, it's going to be $102 every 3 months.
No, that's not bad.
But I pay that for my allergy medication now. So if I get off my allergy med, I'm just transferring the money from one to the other,
Maybe you could give Rick some of your allergy medicine.
Rick? Oh, Rick's
Rick's got
here.
a new cat. He says, "Got a new cat." Get a new cat, Rick. Another one.
I have
for
not been
Milton?
able to make friends with her yet, but I'm
Where's
working
this?
on it.
Where did this cat come from?
It just appeared a couple weeks ago. That's what triggered Milton, turned him
She
into
likes
Milton the
Milton.
monster.
Yeah, but now that he's
Okay.
fixed, they're just going to be friends.
Yeah, now that he's fixed, he's been really nice. I've had no more cat attacks. But no,
It'll
I'm
be-
not actually allergic to anything. I have a chronic sinus issue from a malformed, my head is not formed properly. I have no allergies. I'm not even allergic to poison ivy.
No
Wow.
kidding. Wow.
Yeah. And I got a big poisonwood tree in my front yard. I was just trimming it a couple days ago.
I have a theory too on you, Rick, on your sinus issue. And don't get mad at me. But I only know this from my own experience. I think part of your sinus problem is aggravated by the mold that you have probably in your house from the leaking roof.
We've
Oh, I got
already
a ton
told
of
him
mold.
that. We've already
Yeah.
told him that.
Yep.
I got a
Say
ton of mold.
Say hi to Scott Iverson. He's in the room tonight with us. Hi,
Oh,
Scott.
really?
How you doing? Good to see you.
So, Rick, what are you going to do with this female cat? Are you going to bring it inside?
Well, I'm trying to make friends with her so I can find out when the Meow Mobile is at the warehouses then I can stuff her in a box and take her to get fixed.
Oh, right.
You need a trap.
Do you have a heart? Do you have one of those have a heart traps?
I do. That's what I had got the possums and the raccoons out of here with.
Yep.
Barry Simon. Hiya, Barry. How you doing, my friend? Here's a little something in honor of you, Barry. Whatever grinds my gears. A little. Let me play that again for you. And then Barry also made me this one.
Rant Man.
Rant Man. Yeah, Barry comes up with some great stuff for me. He's got one where I morph into Cartman, and I'm waiting for just the right time to use that, either in a live stream or a video. It's really cool. It's really cool.
You know, Grandma Barbara, she made a Papa Carnivore song.
As well she should. As well she should. Can you sing it to us? Yeah, she did
this song. It just talks about the it's like almost like a hard rock, like a heavy metal kind of song about my healing story. Whatever. It's pretty good.
But is it as catchy as Strawberry Poop Gas?
No.
Yeah, I hear you're up for like an Emmy this year with that, Rick.
Carnivore Emmy.
A Carnivore Emmy. What do they call the music awards? It's not an Emmy. That's
Grammy.
Yeah, Emmys are for TV shows. Academy Awards are for. And what's the one for Broadway shows? They got another one, a separate one.
Oh, that's a Tony's.
Yeah. That's what we need. We need to come up with 6 or 7 different categories of awards that we can give to ourselves.
We got to do the Carnies.
The Carney Awards. I like it.
I do too.
I'll put you in charge of the committee.
Amy, you're in charge.
No, I'm just put you in charge, Peter.
You're in charge, Peter.
No, you volunteered. First guy with the idea just volunteered.
Yeah, but I don't have the technical ability.
That's what they told me when I was in the Army. I came up with a thought. Maybe we should do it this way. Okay, you're in charge of figuring it out. No. Gotta be careful.
I have a question. Does my headset sound like there's a weird glitching noise?
No.
Not here.
No, the audio in everybody's is perfect tonight. It's unbelievable. Don't touch a thing.
Yeah.
Kathy asked me, Mitch, will you tell us you occasionally take your blood? Oh, yeah, I do.
No, he takes it.
Not once a month I take it. I can tell. Believe me, I can tell just by the way I feel. I can put my hand on my pulse and tell what my blood pressure is. And about once a month, I throw the machine on. It always comes out about 110 to 115 over 65 to 70, which is, I love it. Except when I go into the doctor's office and they throw that annoying machine in my arm that aggravates me and makes me nervous. And then it comes out 180 over 110. That's called white coat syndrome. That's why one of the reasons, and why I just can't, I couldn't bring myself to go to that appointment today and put myself through what you got to go through.
I mean, what's the point, Mitch? The only thing
nothing I need from them. I'm feeling perfect right now. Why would I need any advice?
The only reason you were going there, if you were honest with yourself, is you wanted to have the discussion with your lady, your friend, the PA or whatever, nurse assistant, and you wanted to, try and convince her that what you're doing's good and get her on board. Otherwise, there's no reason.
I've tried that. So I this morning I couldn't even get up. I used to be proud of the fact that she would sit and listen to me lecture, but I got to the point. I don't care if it's her. I don't care if it's my next door neighbor. I will not debate this with anybody anymore.
Right.
If you don't agree with me and you don't want to listen to what I'm saying, you go away. Go away.
That's what I said. I mean, other than that, what's the point of you even going in there?
I don't care. I really don't care.
Everybody. Yes, absolutely. I love this. Everybody should have one of these.
In other words, Mitch, the only reason you were going in there is for that, really? And otherwise, the whole process was just making you really upset and frustrated. So why even go through it?
Well,
you know that what you're doing is perfectly fine, right?
well, obviously I do, or I wouldn't have done it. I would have
Right, but
gone
I
in
mean,
there.
what's the point of going there? Why
Yeah,
go
and here's
there?
the thing that I think. They're so busy and so overloaded there that I really doubt that she even knew that I was missing. She
Oh, I
wouldn't
don't
have
think she
even
cared.
known I was there until she got to my appointment and wondered who's next. And when my name wasn't on her list anymore, I'm damn well sure I wasn't in her thoughts.
Oh
Like,
no, she could
I
care
was
less.
hoping to see Mitch again. She could care less. Not that she doesn't care about me. It's just that they're so busy. So, I came up with that. Everybody agreed with me. That was really great validation for me. I'm not being irresponsible. There are blood tests, and this is important. And I failed to mention this in the video. There are blood tests that I do want to get, that I am concerned about. I'm going to get them, but I'm going to get them through Own Your Labs.
Right.
I'm not going to get them through the VA. The VA won't do some of the tests I want. For example, Peter, I want to get a cystatin C,
Right.
a much more reliable kidney function test.
You know what else you should get? You should get a fasting insulin.
That's exactly. It was my next, right out of my mouth, the next thing. Either a fasting insulin or a C-peptide. Either one will do.
Either or.
I'm not worried about my cholesterol at all. I could get an NMR test. You know what that is? NMR is nuclear magnetic resonance. It's
Oh,
where
you
they
mean to check out the
the particle size, particle
Yeah.
count.
Oh yeah.
They give you, they tell you the number of particles, whether they're small dense particles or big fluffy particles. And
But again, Mitch,
I don't need that. Not
but
worried
again,
about that.
But what's the point of that? You already know you're eating carnivore, that you probably have fluffy big ones. So what I'll tell you one that you could get that might be beneficial is the HSCRP.
You read my mind. You read my
Inflammation
mind.
marker.
Yeah.
There's a few things that I'm interested in. I'm interested in inflammation.
Right.
I'm also interested in certain vitamin and electrolyte levels.
Like sodium, maybe.
I'm interested in that.
Yeah.
So I'll get a vitamin D test. Here's
Right.
Thomas is with us. How you doing, Thomas? Good to see you. I want to get an HSCRP because inflammation is incredibly important, and not just the regular CRP, but the high sensitivity HSCRP.
Right.
Because the key to not getting heart disease is the shape of your LDL particles, where the tiny damaged ones can go right through the artery walls, burrow in, cause inflammation, which causes the immune system to dispatch the LDL in greater quantities to deliver cholesterol, which is the agent that repairs the damage and inflammation on the artery walls. Without the inflammation, you're not going to get any cholesterol deposited on a healthy, non-inflamed artery wall.
Well, I'll tell you this, the HSCRP, if it was really elevated and you didn't have any small dense particles, then that could be a possible indicator of, possibly cancer, because if you did have cancer, that HSCRP would be high.
Well, I would also throw even though it's not that meaningful, it's a cheap test, I would put a PSA test in there too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
PSA.
I have to do that because my dad died of prostate cancer.
Yeah, PSA means prostate specific antigen.
Right.
And again, not a bad test. Mine is usually 1 or less, 1.5. If it starts getting up to 600, you need to check something out. But Rick's sitting there, and Rick doesn't know what any of this shit is, doesn't care.
He could care less.
Could care less. Doctor, I don't have a doctor. Vic, who's your doctor? I don't have a doctor.
My last doctor visit was in summer of '96.
Is your doctor still alive?
No, I think
There
he
you
died,
go.
ironically, of a heart attack.
Yeah, of course, because he took his own advice. He took his own advice.
Well, he was obese, and the thing is, he's one of those people that when he would talk, he would breathe hard, even though he wasn't doing anything. And he's telling me how bad it was because I had a cholesterol higher than any 28-year-old he'd ever seen. And then I said, well, I don't know what I said. I told him something about his appearance, and he went completely upset. And, I can't remember the exact words, but I did say something like, well, I don't want to look like you or something like that. And I think that set him off. So.
Well, I can understand that.
He had a
So
huge chin sticking out, and he was breathing hard. He looked like some kind of
Yeah, was he
villain from,
smoking?
like,
Was he smoking while you were there with him?
No, he wasn't
They used,
smoking. I
they
gotta
used to
admit
do that. They used to. I had a doctor that did that when I was young.
Well, the commercial. More doctors smoke Camels than any other cigarette.
Yeah, yeah. There's a show on A&E on. I think it's on Amazon Prime, and it's called A&E After Dark. Now, A&E means ambulance and emergency, and it's a real. This is in England. That's what they call an ER in England. An emergency room is an A&E. It's very well known over there. Here, it's a TV network. After Dark means we're going to show you some sex. So that's the first thing that I thought of when I saw that A&E After Dark. I said, "Oh, it must be a lot of X-rated stuff." I go and click on it because that's the kind of guy I am. And I'm looking at it, and I got hooked on the stupid show. You gotta watch it. It's
What channel?
Real people, real patients, nothing censored. They're all fat as houses. They have no teeth. I've never seen so many ugly people in my life, belligerent people, low lives, because it's a county, it's a government, type of, so they have to treat everybody.
What channel?
It's on Amazon Prime.
Oh yeah.
Video. Yeah, A&E After Dark is called. And then come to find out, because I watched that, I started getting recommendations for every medical drama, emergency room drama. There's you could sit and start now and spend the rest of your life watching these things nonstop. That's how popular they are. But I'll tell you what, you can learn an awful lot about medicine watching these things, because they actually show if somebody's getting stitched up, cut himself open to the bone. They show it. You see it. You see the wound. You see it laying there open. You see the blood. You watch them.
That's not for me.
What you think not? You'd think it wasn't for you, but you get used to it quickly, and then you get numb. It becomes fascinating.
So my brother, I'm like the person everybody calls when stuff hits a fan, right? I don't know why they think I have it together. I'm the baby of the family. But my brother he's had several work accidents. He sliced his arm open at work, clean open. Nicked his artery.
Wow.
They ambulanced him a county to another county, okay, because they had to take him to the big hospital. So the hospital they amboed him to was like 5 blocks from where I work when I'm in the office. So he called me. He's like, "Look, sis, everything's going to be okay, but I just had to tell you I'm at the hospital and they're calling a surgeon." And that's all he said. And then he hung up. And I was like, WTF popped up above my head. And I told my boss, I said, "Look, my brother just got amboed to the emergency room. I need to leave for a while." I went to the emergency room, and there he is laying with his arm wide open. I see everything.
Oh, wow.
And that was my first time ever being in that situation where I'm with a family member and they're split open in the ER. And he was gray. He had lost so much blood. He was gray. And honestly, I was fine. Like, something kicks in your body, right? Like adrenaline. So these people who are medical professionals and have to stitch this stuff up, they have whatever this thing that happens when you're with somebody, right? But then let me tell you, that night I went home and I tried to go to sleep. And I was having nightmares about my brother's arm being up. Like that's all I dreamed about that whole night was
Yeah.
seeing my
You know,
brother's
some things
arm being.
you can't unsee once you see them, unfortunately. And
And
Thomas,
it was, yeah.
how you doing, buddy?
Thomas, you feeling any better?
Right now I am, but the issues I've been having are more in the morning anyway. So they kind of go away at night. So, which allows me to be on shows like this and everything. So, but yeah, I mean, it's just a really bad pain I have on my side when I first wake up.
So
You
it's not,
have
it's
any
not what you're
ideas what
eating.
it
then.
is?
It's not what you're eating.
I've had it for a long time, but just right now, recently, it's just gotten a little worse.
Which
Wow.
I've had
side?
it way before I was carnivore, way before my mom even died. I've had the pain, but doctors they don't do it. They did do a couple X-rays and say, "Oh, well, it's nothing." One time,
You
a
think it's
doctor said it was a gallbladder.
That's what I was
also,
thinking.
Yeah.
but they didn't do anything.
Which side? Which side?
On the left side.
It could be diverticulitis
Mm-hmm.
because your large intestine goes right across, right above your hip bone, goes right across your stomach.
Okay.
And right there is where I have diverticulosis, but it's never gotten infected. So I never got any pain there. But I do feel some pressure there sometimes because it is a malformation of the colon. It's a pouch that it comes out of the colon and it catches foods. That's why they tell you not to eat seeds and nuts and things when you have diverticulosis because they can get stuck in there and they get infected and it becomes diverticulitis. That's what it may be. In fact, if it's right, if you put your hand on your side, right above your hip bone, you can push it in there, right above your hip bone. Is that where the pain is?
Right around there, yeah. Like
That might be
around-
diverticulitis.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that
I would
could
have
be.
that checked out because that's an infection and that can be dangerous.
Well, and have you thought about doing like a 3-day fast or something like that to maybe give it a rest?
Well, I mean, the program that I'm on right now doesn't want me to do a fast. They only want me to do 2 MAD, but
have you ever been
I
to
have
a
been thinking about it.
have you
Because if
ever
it is that, sorry, Peter, go ahead.
I was going to say, have you ever been to a gastroenterologist?
I was, but they never looked at that.
You get a CT scan is how I discovered I had diverticulosis.
Right.
I had a CT scan of my kidneys because of my kidney stones. And the kidneys are just sitting right above where that diverticulosis is. So they catch most of your upper gastric system in that same CT scan. So I've had that pressure in my side right there for the longest time. It never bothered me that much. Sometimes it bothers me more than others, and then most of the time it's just gone. I never even asked my doctor about it. So I get the CT scan for my kidney stones, and I get the radiologist's report, and the radiologist noted everything else besides the kidney stones. Anything that was in the range of his view, he made notes about, and he put down diverticulosis. He put it in there. I said, what? And that's how I found out way back when that I had mild fatty liver disease from that same radiologist observations.
Right.
So here I am wondering how bad my kidney stones are. I found that I had 8 of them, eight kidney stones. And this is after I was in the hospital. I went to the hospital and passed one of them. So I must have had more than 8. And at the same time, reading the radiologist's report, I found out not only did I have kidney stones, I had diverticulosis and fatty liver too. And that's right about the time I said, time out. This is getting out of hand. I keep thinking I'm healthy and doing everything right. And this is happening to me. And I have one of those Ken Burry moments where he says, somehow the advice I'm giving to people is not helping me. I'm getting fatter and sicker. Maybe it's time to try to find out why. So that's when I really started digging into it and became a carnivore. Decided carnivore is it. Got to stop eating the plants, stop eating the nuts, stop eating the seeds, stop eating the oxalates, stop worrying about making sure I get enough green leafy vegetables. Stop. Even though I was low carb, I was still poisoning myself and getting all these diseases. Following their advice, I was eating most of these superfoods. It says eat spinach, eat almonds, eat dark chocolate.
Ew.
It's all oxalates. They're the highest oxalated foods on the planet. And then as soon as you get kidney stones, they give you a sheet of paper that tells you what to do. It says avoid spinach, avoid chocolate, avoid almonds.
Right, but yet.
Yeah, duh.
Isn't it ironic that I tried to make myself sick with this carnivore heart attack diet, and I've escaped all of the things that all of you talking about, the kidney stones, the intestinal issues, the thyroid, all this stuff. Somehow I escaped it. So I must have failed in my
what a stroke of luck. What a stroke of luck. Think about that. What a stroke of luck. You go out of your way to kill yourself and you accidentally do
Not
the healthiest thing in the world that you could possibly do.
And you know what, Rick? Rick, you turned into the most normal guy in the world.
Well, I don't know if we go that far.
You don't look like a duck whatsoever.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Well, guys, I don't want to go overtime tonight.
Okay.
I think an hour of this is enough. I'm happy we had great. Hey, that's cool. We had great attendance tonight. We're running between 110 and 120 people in here. This is great. Great. Yes. Great guests. Keep coming back. I'm doing this 3 days a week now with a panel. I want this to become a regular meeting place and love to see it build up. Love to see it become more popular.
It will.
I would like to see more new people. And even, people that haven't been here for a while, like you, Amy.
Thank you. Sorry.
Love to have
and
you
Mitch,
in
I
here.
gotta tell you, Mitch, you seem so much happier lately.
Mm-hmm.
I
I'm
agree.
doing great. I'm walking. I still look like a 100-year-old man when I walk, but I park my cane first thing in the morning when I get up. I park it right outside my bedroom door
Yeah.
and lean it against the wall, and I
Yeah.
don't touch it all day now. And
Really?
I walk all over the place. I walk almost 2,000 steps a day, and no
That's
support,
great.
no walker, no nothing. I'm
Wow.
still walking like a drunk guy, but
yeah.
I don't ever get a feeling where I almost fall. So it's getting safer and safer for me. And I'm walking faster. And
But you can always touch the wall.
well, I don't always walk where there's a wall. I
Right.
walk down my driveway out to the street.
Yeah.
I'm doing much better, and I'm happy about it. I wasn't happy about the trend on my YouTube channel, but this little video I put out today bucked that trend for the first time in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you have to, even though I don't want to, you have to instill curiosity in the thumbnail and the title, or nobody cares.
Right. It's
Yeah.
true.
I'm gonna
Nobody
start
cares.
myself.
And I heard something too, be it that I'm a newer YouTuber, but I'm older in the sense I've been around on YouTube for just over a year. I learned that the algorithms are pushing new people out. Newer, I'm talking within a few months. People who
Oh, they
started
do
a
that.
channel.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you've been around
Absolutely.
for a long time, and I've been
Yeah.
around for over a year. And those of us that are older are getting pushed to the wayside a little bit. That's why we're not getting the subs. That's why we're not getting the views and the watch hours and everything else.
They do that. I noticed it when I came back and changed my channel name, the Old Guy Carnivore. I put a video out. I get 500 subscribers from one video.
Yep.
I get 30, 50,000 views. I'd get 2,000 views in the first hour. YouTube, I get 100,000 impressions on that video. Now, I get nothing. I get no help from YouTube unless, and here's the key that I learned. In order to get a video to go, let's say, viral, which really isn't not at 4 or 5. This video will probably finish up today at maybe 7,000 views in total. Maybe it'll get to 10, because sometimes they get a second wind on the next day. If your video doesn't get a way above your normal average number of views in the first hour, you can forget about it. It will never go anywhere. It has to come out of the starting gate, which is why, and I'm sure you know it, you can go into the audience tab in your statistics, and you get a chart, and it shows you when most of your viewers are online. Have you ever done that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I've done that, but you know what? I'm
It
not
works.
published.
It works.
I
though.
know, but I'm not necessarily publishing videos. I guess I could, but I mean, like, I've always published. I do it when I want to do it. I'm sorry, I'm not playing their game.
Well, I make the video when I want, but it's no big deal to schedule it. Yeah, let me give you an example. Here's a screen. Wait a second, and I'll make it better for you. Here's the screen, and you go into analytics, and at the top of analytics, you click on audience. See that there? And then you scroll down, and you get this chart right here. And on Thursday, it says, starting at 11 a.m., the greatest number of my viewers are logged into YouTube. So I released that video around 12 today, and it went right out of the gate. Tomorrow, it's 1 o'clock. This changes, it's dynamic. This changes every day, so you got to look at it. So all I do is I look at this, and I either set my video, schedule it to go live anytime during the first or second of these dark color bars. When I don't care and put it out late at night or early in the morning, it goes nowhere. You may as well not even bother. So you might try that. You might want to try that.
Yeah.
Anyway, you got to play the game. I hate to play the game, but you do have to play. You do have to play the game a little bit, unfortunately, or
I hate it.
Nothing. You get nothing. Well,
I got to make some clickbait. Carnivore destroyed my sex drive.
Yeah, what they have, Rick, you don't know.
I dare you to do that video, Rick.
Oh, I will. As soon as my bank account is working again, I'm going to have those 10 to 15-minute edited videos.
Let me tell you that if it destroyed your sex drive, it did the exact opposite to me. My testosterone last time was tested was 929.
Whoa.
Oh my God.
It's crazy. And these doctors are telling me about how sick I am. And I'm looking at it, there's a pretty nurse over there, and I got a tent going on underneath the damn hospital bed. And they're telling me that I got circulation problems. Give me a break. Now, there's a mental image for you.
That's hilarious.
You will never get rid of that.
That needs to be an episode on a show. That would be so funny.
Oh. And I'm almost 79 years old, and my son, who's 55, his testosterone is 300.
Mine is probably negative.
No, you have to have testosterone, but there's so many other things involved in it too. But
that's funny.
And I want these people going to argue with me and put me immediately on a statin. Oh God! Well, listen, everybody, thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks, Mitch.
Here's a little happy music. Who did we lose? We lost Peter. Where did Peter go?
Probably because you did that one screen share. I think sometimes
that's why my mouse quit, probably. Oh,
but for some reason he always gets left out whenever you either somebody comes on or goes off. So
sorry to blast you with that. I'll turn it down a little bit. That's my happy music. That's my happy music.
I'm guessing that's what happened.
There you go, Amy. So I'll let you guys say goodbye and disappear,
goodbye.
And then I will close it out.
Goodbye, quackers.
See you, Rick. See you, Thomas. Peter, thanks for coming in, my friend. Always good to see you and everybody else that was in here. I think during the stream Lori's here. Bye, Mitch. Thank you. Thank you, Lori. Loved your comment, by the way. Got a big kick out of that. You're a bad girl, Lori. You're a bad girl. Anyway, if you're interested in what it said, you can go in the video and read it. It's down in there somewhere. A lot of comments on that. Thanks for coming. I'll see you all tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Morning Coffee with Mitch. And until then, I think the song is about to end, so if I can do this exit with the same precision I did as I entered. Comes the end of the music. Almost. Here it comes. Take the rest of the day off and eat meat.